Hi Tom, Phil Beever here from the Wilderness Club. Just want to recap on our lesson this morning. So if we run through a couple of bits, very impressed with the backswing. I think you do a great job here. If we run through that, we can see takeaways are very solid. Club goes a fraction inside here, and what I mean by that is the club doesn't quite cut through your right forearm as Justin Rose's does here. You can see the shaft bisects his right forearm there, so he just gets a little bit of an early hinge, but nothing really to worry about. You do eventually get there, it's just a little bit later. And what I mean by that is we can see the shaft is pointing in a slightly different position, but nothing to worry about. Top of swing, beautiful, really good looking swing here. Club face is a fraction open, but I quite like that with the move we worked on. Left arm's great, right elbow's terrific. If we look at Rose here, apart from him swinging it a fraction, maybe longer, it's pretty much identical there. His camera work is a little bit lower. Downswing, I was really impressed with as well. You can see here, you definitely got a fader's swing. We can see here that the butt of the club follows this red line. If anything, just pulls slightly in front of it, but that gets the shaft on a good line coming down into a very good, strong position. If we look at Rose as well, we'll see roughly the same thing. There we go. We'll see that his hand goes down that red line as well, just fractionally inside of it, but the same sort of position as you there. Okay, just go a little bit further. Hang on one second. Just there, and get Rose in that position. Now, if we look at you and Justin there, well, the big difference really is the legs, isn't it? We can see Rose here. Look at the legs. That right foot starting to roll. We can see a nice bit of his left leg here, the silhouette there. So he's really rotating hard. With yourself, you know, your right foot still looks flat on the floor. It doesn't look like your hips have turned from where they started at the beginning, which was pointing in this direction. So yours just doesn't look that dynamic, which is one of the reasons why, one, the ball flight is a bit high, but two, you was tending to hit this little push cut. So I want you to get to feel that your hips, shoulders are open at impact. If we run through all the way to impact, like I showed you here, just coming past impact, we can see a little bit of your left forearm there. But again, it's not that clear. If we look at Rose coming into impact, we can hardly see any of his left arm, okay? And you can definitely tell that his chest, he's pointing this direction, and his legs are, you know, still pointing that direction. With yours, I think you're sort of there, and your chest is there. You know, you're too square. What that's going to do, Tom, it means it's going to meaning that your ball flight was starting straight and then just fading off into that direction. And I want to get the feeling if you start to open up, one, the club head will work a little bit more left and across, and you'll be able to start the ball just left the target, and it will fade back online. So that's all we worked on really. It was just trying to feel that we open up, get the club head just working across us slightly, and we could start to hit baby little cuts. If you hit the odd shot, which we saw at the end, once you started to get this, just starting a little bit too far left, just feel like the club extends down the line a little bit more, but still trying to open up hard with the body for me, just to hit them soft cuts. So we was aiming at this little post here in the distance, you know, we can see here, and we want to get the feeling that the ball's going to start just left and then cut back to it. Looking like Rose there. If we look at Rose there, I mean, it's beautiful there. Look how clear he is. Really passive hands, and he's just going to hit like a little sting cut. Club face up here is beautiful with yourself, because you was not turning them legs. The hands have to release a little bit, and we can see there the club face is in a very different position to you and Rose there. So just work on the body, work hard clearing for me, top and bottom, and all will be good.